Hey guys, welcome back. I want to show you guys my office. That right there, the most important piece of equipment you can have in your office, a squat rack. Okay, you need some dumbbells, you need a bench, a seated shoulder press is good to have, also an incline bench, and this preacher bench is a nice convenience. Not so much for the preachers, but because it has a stand that you can do other things off of. But the squat rack, that's number one. We'll talk about that in a second. All right, guys. So, one of the things I'll tell you guys is if you're going to work out, and you should all be working out, is go to a real gym, okay? Don't go to Planet Fitness. Don't go to one of these bullshit gyms. Go to a real gym with real lifters pushing real weights, there's got to be grunting, there's got to be weights being dropped, there's got to be a good deal of screaming, okay? That's all motivation and intensity, okay? You go to a place like Planet Fitness, it doesn't have the right atmosphere to basically make you want to push yourself and get better. It actually has the opposite type of atmosphere. First thing you want to look for is a good squat rack, okay? Now, I recognize that some of you guys are in a situation where you live in a rural area, you can't get to a good gym. One option for you guys might be to buy some equipment. And you don't need a whole lot of equipment. I've been doing this for about 30 years. I actually owned the gym at one point. So this is the stuff that you need. Number one, you need a squat rack. And get one like this that's tall, because with this one over here, you can do your squats off of it. Do your squats, okay? But then you can also put the bar way up here, and you can do your chin-ups right off of this thing right here. Okay, so this is a big space saver. Okay, the other thing you can do with this is, you can do your rows right off of this edge right here. Okay, this is a major exercise. The rows. Okay. You can do your stiff-legged deadlifts off of this end over here. So there's a lot of exercises that are going to be done right here on the squat rack. So that's number one. Number two, get yourself a good bench. This one here has the safety things over here. This is adjustable. Okay, get yourself a bench. Get yourself some dumbbells. I showed you the incline bench and the shoulder bench. As far as the workout that you're going to do, there's 5 main exercises. Your squat, okay, that's the king of all exercises. Squat, deadlift, your rows, your bench, and your shoulder press, okay? So those 5 exercises, and your workout is basically going to revolve around those exercises. Now you're still going to do all these supplemental exercises. You're still going to do your bicep curls, your triceps, your leg curls, your calves, you're going to do those. But those are going to kind of fall into place around those 5 main exercises. I usually tell people to work out 3 days a week, okay? It could be any 3 days. It could be like a Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or like a Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. Preferably with a day off in between. My concept of working out with weights is that it is a time saver, okay? It's something that like I can tell you to do, 200 push-ups, or I can tell you to do 4 sets of 5 on the bench, and then after that move on to a different exercise. So it is a time saver, and it's a convenience, okay? Because basically you're able to go to one spot and basically work out your full body, and that's one of the things that's important here. You want to work out your entire body through its full range of motion. And that's one of the things that you cannot get in other forms of training, okay? Because you can tell me that, well, you do whatever, CrossFit or this or that, but you're not working out the muscle through its full range of motions in the same way that you can do it with weight. So this is a tool. This is a tool to be used in other activities. So with regards to the tactical training that I teach people, okay, a lot of those tactical exercises, like one of them, I had people basically carrying a 100-pound bag on their shoulder, and shooting the gun one-handed. Okay, and that simulates, carrying a wounded person on your shoulder. If you have not been working out with the weights, you're gonna strain yourself in some weird way. If you've been favoring certain muscles, like if you're one of those guys that goes to the gym and only does benches, well, that's not gonna help your back a whole lot, Or if I have you, running over obstacles with weights, that's not gonna, if all you've been doing is benching, that's not gonna help you. The abs is a very important part, okay, because that's going to help stabilize your whole body, okay. So 5 main exercises: squat, deadlift, rows, bench press, shoulder press, okay, and then you do all your supplementals. And the way I'll tell people, the way I help them set up their workout is I'll tell them to do legs usually by themselves, okay, because legs, you want to get to full intensity with that, right? Go heavy on it, take rest time between your sets. So one day I would, the way I train, I dedicated one day just to legs. Then I would do shoulders and back on another day, and then shoulders and arms on the other day. Okay, so basically, the biggest body part by itself, legs. The two medium-sized parts, right? Chest and back together, and then the small muscles, shoulders, biceps, triceps together, okay? And then at the end of each workout, or actually now I'm doing it at the beginning of each workout, I would do my abs. Abs is a great way to warm up your body, okay? So that's the workout that I usually give to people that I train, when I do the gun training with. I'll tell them to get themselves into a gym, make sure they're working out. If they're completely new to working out, if they've been completely inactive, I'll usually go a different route for the first 3 months. I'll give them a full body workout, right? All the exercises that I list, everything from legs to arms. And I'll have them do that 3 times a week for 3 sets of 10 for 3 months, just to kind of get their whole body up to speed as quickly as possible. And then after 3 months, I'll switch them to a 3-day split. Okay. So once I get them to the point where they're doing that 3-day split, focusing on those 5 exercises that I said, with the 5 exercises, what I really want them focusing on is 4 sets, 5 repetitions, okay? And the reason is because, 4 sets of 5 is going to develop good strength, okay? Now, ideally for strength, we want to do as low reps as we can, but the problem is if we're doing like singles and doubles all the time, right? Like 8 sets of 2 reps or, 10 sets of, 1 rep, that's a big strain on our joints, tendons, and ligaments. By doing 4 sets of 5 reps, we got the reps pretty low so that we're developing that explosive power, but at the same time they're high enough so that we can maintain that year round, okay? So that's one of the benefits of 4 sets of 5, and I would recommend that to anybody that's 40 years old or younger, okay? Preferably younger than 40 years old. For you guys that are over 40 years old, like myself, I'm 47, I do 4 sets of 8 with those main exercises. And the reason is because as you get older, you lose elasticity in your tendons, okay? So for that reason, we want to do just slightly higher repetitions, 4 sets of 8. For your supporting muscles, your biceps, triceps, calves, your abs, all that, we could do like 4 sets of 10, 4 sets of 12, that's fine. So with those muscles, we'll typically do higher repetitions, okay? So why is this important to the gun training? Well, there's 2 aspects. So one is the physical aspect, right? We want you to be in good shape so that you can do a lot of that. Be able to get into a lot of those weird positions, and especially if you end up in a hand-to-hand type of close quarters combat type of situation, you want to have that physical strength. But the other aspect, the other benefit of the weight training is the mental aspect. Okay. Basically for fighting purposes, you need to be able to go from 0 to top speed instantly, okay? And that's one of the things that as a trainer, as a guy that trains people to shoot, it's very hard for me to teach people that who don't have any concept of this. It's very hard for me to teach people this at the firing line, okay, or when they're squeezing the trigger. It's a lot easier for me to teach them that under the weights, okay, because especially with the 4 sets of 5, they have to, all of a sudden they're at rest, and the next thing I got them under a squat rack. And they have to basically, be able to perform, okay? So, and then, week by week, we're increasing the weights. So they get used to this idea that, you know, all of a sudden they flip the switch and boom, it's got, you know, 1 minute we're talking, we're joking around, whatever, and the next minute they have to work and they got to work hard. Okay, so that's something that can best be taught under the weights. Okay, that's what I've seen over the years. That's how I developed myself over the years. But I've also seen that people that spend more time in the gym training hard also tend to be better at doing a lot of tactical stuff that I train them to do. Okay, so that's one of the things I've seen, you know, while training people. People who work out are simply better at gun tactics. Okay, so there's that mental aspect that I think is really, really important. And the best place to really teach people that is behind the weights. But there are my thoughts on that. Thanks for watching. We'll talk next time.